Welcome to Chats with Chards with your girl, Miss Chardonnay. We are back with Cocktail Hour. Yes, that's right. Another episode of The Gist. We got to talk about so much stuff, and we got our cocktails. I got a special guest for y'all, all the way from Baltimore, USA, Mr. Charming. Please welcome him, people.
Kwana Wagwan in it. Good day, good evening. It's your boy, Mr. Charming, aka Mr. No Stress, and coming through. If not, why not? You already know the vibes, and you're tuned in for a journey of your lifetime. You're welcome.
Lush, I love your glasses. They're absolutely amazing. Mr. Charming, would you like to tell our people what you do? What is your background?
Okay, so that's a really hard thing to talk about. So my background is basically entertainment or creativity or creative. That's the word I'm looking for. So, first, I'm a musician. I sing. I play 3 instruments: the drums, piano, and the guitar. I make beats. I write songs. I produce. I just recently got into scoring stuff, so basically putting soundtracks behind vocals or images or whatever. And one thing I'll be getting into March will be short films. So when it comes to like the visual arts, that's kind of like visual arts and audio. That's usually my area. Now my genre of music will be considered Afro R&B.
Okay.
Or / Afro or Afro pop. I go in between both, but yeah, it's usually Afro R&B or Afro pop.
And is it like your full-time career, or do you do that?
Oh, no. I'm an auditor on the side. My 9-to-5 job is an auditor for a company.
Okay. You scrutinize and analyze things, right? And then produce results.
See what you did there.
But you know why that's so important? Because obviously I found you on Clubhouse. Which is an amazing platform, by the way. iPhone users only. And I was literally like drawn to your voice, and not just your voice. Obviously, you've got a good voice, but about what you were saying and the way you like detail and you expatiate, and even just the way you present yourself. Your points were so valid as well, and I felt they weren't biased. They were like really widespread, and you kind of considered all factors. So for you, I specifically chose this topic because I felt like it was something you had really good insight on, and it wasn't like biased. It was well-rounded. So I think we can definitely
appreciate it.
Before we do, because it is cocktail hour, I mean, we're drinking some cocktails here. I mean, normally we would have this setting together, but obviously we're still in a COVID-like environment and have to keep our distance. Not only the fact that you are also like thousands of miles away from me. So today I am drinking this cocktail here. It's my little cocktail. This is real cocktail. So this is my own little concussion here. It's whiskey based. With a splash of cranberry, a splash of orange juice, and a splash of elderflower cordial. Now, I don't have a name for it, but this is lush. Like, I am really enjoying this stuff. Obviously, with a twist of lemon in it, so it's very fruity. Does not taste like alcohol. Mind you, whiskey is very strong. So this right here, this is what I'm going down with today. What you drinking?
See, right now I have one special delicacy, one of like the rarest things you could find. I have what we call you guys can't see it, sorry. As you can see, this out of the camera.
Love the glass.
Definitely, it's class over here. I have Chick-fil-A Sprite, no ice.
Chick-fil-A Sprite.
Yes, Chick-fil-A Sprite, no ice, stirred counterclockwise.
I was the bougie one. Oh my god! Have you watched The Big Bang?
You're welcome.
Have you watched The Big Bang?
I just put you guys onto something. I've watched it, but I can't really. Go ahead, ask me a question.
You're like Sheldon, like he has like specific.
chocolate.
Okay, so let's jump into the topic for today. So our topic for today is about marriage. And it's, how we view marriage. Is it a journey or is it a destination?
Mm.
How you feel?
I'm gonna go with journey. But yeah, it's a journey, and the reason why I say journey is because when it comes to marriage isn't like the end of like isn't the highest. It's not the highest peak for a relationship. You know what I'm saying? People feel like, oh, once I'm married, it's. Nah, that's you can make a destination, and you're gonna if you make a destination, you stop in a sense. You be like, oh, I can now rest. I'm cool, and then the relationship is all sweet for like 5 years because nobody's trying to work on it because everyone's feel like, oh, we finally got to this marriage thing, and now we're gonna relax. And then people stop loving each other or knowing how to grow in the same space, and things fall apart. That's what to me it's gotta be. It's a journey. It's like, oh, what happens after 10 years? Oh, cool. I guess I can love you and tolerate you and deal with you in the same space for 10 years, right? And then we have kids. What happens when our kids go? Because now, when people have kids, they take up the time out to focus on the kids. The kids grow up, and then I'm back to just looking at you. But honestly, technically, I relaxed a long time ago. So why am I trying now? What am I supposed to do now? That nothing else is taking our attention. I just gotta look at you. Damn, I don't even know you. We just roommates who are raising kids.
Well, I mean, it kind of gets to that point because you've known someone so long ago. You basically just like live with them all this time and do everything that a friend would do. They're basically your roommate at that point, except the fact that you may once in a while have intercourse, depending on whatever your schedule allows you to do. Other than that, you're just cohabitating, aren't you? Pretty much. But my thing is that a lot of people find, or a lot of people view marriage as a destination. They work so hard on themselves, on other people. They jump from relationship to relationship. They try to overcome all the difficulties and the challenges that they've faced in previous relationships. And their goal and their destination, in quote, is marriage, to be married. And then the real question, like you said, is okay, then what happens after that? If it's such a destination, shouldn't it be happy ever after? And granted, as we all grow up, no matter what country you're in, we will kind of all grew up with Disney, and that, we're kind of taught that marriage is the end goal, marriage is the happy ever after. And I think a lot of people have that mindset that, once you get married, it is done. Your work is done. You don't have to do anymore. I think that marriage is both. I think it's both a destination and a journey. And the reason why I say it's a destination is because even though it is seen as a goal by a lot of people, that's absolutely fine because that could be stage one. Just because it's your destination, it doesn't mean that it has to be your final destination. Just because you get to that goal, it doesn't mean that that's where it stops and the work stops. No, it's like your destination could be to be rich or to be wealthy. But after that, you have to stay wealthy. So there's still work that needs to go in, probably just as much or twice as much work that needs to go in to stay at that level that you've reached. So it's okay for it to be a goal for some people. If there's nothing else you aspire apart from marriage and you see that as your biggest achievement, fine. I mean, that's debatable as well. But if you see that as your biggest achievement and that's your destination, then that's fine. However, it's still a journey, even though it's a destination.
I can see. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna say one can argue. Now, this is how you argue with people directly, indirectly. You don't say yourself. One might argue this, even though the one is you. Others might say, "Oh, look at the different others," meaning me. One can argue and say that. I mean, then what would you call love then? What does love? Love is the destination, and marriage could be the journey. I finally landed in love with you, and um, in this journey together, which is marriage, we we take our love further. Our love becomes into something tangible.
Okay.
Because
So
love is a love.
is love a destination or a process?
Process. No, hold on. Is love a destination or a process? Depends where you use it. So process. Love is a process. It is okay, that one I can't put. No matter where you put it, love is a process. No matter where you put it in. Because if we're going by the Bible definition, right? Love is kind, love is patience, love is not boastful. These are characteristics that take process of time to get to. And so yeah, love is that, but love is a process.
You can't like get to your patience at the end. You don't just suddenly get to patience. It's a process. You don't just suddenly become kind. You build this kindness if you're not naturally kind because you care for this person.
That's why it's a process.
Yeah, pardon.
Are you agreeing with me? Or are you saying?
Yeah, I'm agreeing. Like,
okay.
Process. I think it's definitely a process, not a destination. But I think similar to like what you said, I think a lot of people will feel like it's a destination. Like, I want to get to love. I want to be in love. And looking at love as a destination, sort of in that aspect. You don't just kind of switch to love overnight. It's a process. You love someone along the way. And then quote destination is your final result, how you want to be with this person in love, whether that's committed in a marriage, whether it's having a family, whether it's building dreams together. That is sort of the destination. No? I don't know. You don't have to agree with me. You can totally disagree with me. Please.
Trust me. I don't have a problem disagreeing. It makes sense. But my thing about that, the whole love thing is kind of like, I have to get there before I can even, I guess, in a sense, define myself as like loved out. Overall, love is a process. It's not a destination.
So even if someone's not like taking the biblical version or definition of love, a lot of people kind of think love is a feeling or an emotion, right?
It is.
Even that in itself is not like, it can't be classified as a destination. I think the only place you can see it as a destination is like you saying you want to be in love. Then you're like, you see it as a destination. You're like, I'm going to go for all this crap. I'm going to tolerate all this. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be X, Y, and Z in order for me to be in love as per destination.
I want to be in happiness. Like, I want to be in joy. Like,
I can say the same thing. Happiness, destination or journey.
So that's what I'm saying. I think is how I want to be in love. Now, okay, let's start by defining what it means to be in love. Because in love could not be, it can't, there's nowhere on the map that says, there's nothing that can signify a location of you being in love. So let's say now we're in love together, and then we share our location with somebody. I'm like, oh, where they at? Oh, they're in love.
Wait, hold on. Now you're going back to the definition of destination, because destination doesn't have to be a physical place. It could be a stage. It could be a situation, which is non-tangible, but it exists. So being in love as a destination is non-tangible, but it exists. Is a stage.
So the state of mind. So I'm trying to tie it to the marriage thing, because I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, man. My mind wants to argue it. My mind wants to argue. Like, can I be like, and I'm trying to put together the words in my. So, okay, love dies. So if we make it a destination, so once that thing dies, what happens? So to me, it can be a destination.
If it's like stagnant, then it doesn't have to die, but it doesn't have to grow. What if it's just
stagnant?
Yeah. So if you get to your destination, which is love or marriage, if it just stays the same, then isn't that classified as a destination?
I'm trying to give a solid answer. If it's not going up or down, it's just laying dormant. Is that a destination? There's got to be something else for that. There's got to be something else for that. You wouldn't want to be in a place where you're not growing. So
you'd like to think so, but I think people think differently, just like career-wise. Some people can stay in the same place at the same level with the same pay. Well, okay, granted, some obviously like nationally, if it's a minimum wage, that has to go up. Yeah. But in some companies, you could be on the same pay for X amount of years without budging in your pay rate. And some people are quite content with that. They know exactly what they're going to get every month. They know exactly where they're going. They know how many hours they're going to spend. They know who they're going to meet. They know the process. And they're so content at being content, or they're content at just being in the same place. They don't want to grow. They don't want to go down. They don't want to go up. They don't want to budge. They want the same thing for God knows how many years. And some people are just content in being stagnant, which I learned. I mean, I was shocked because I thought everybody wants to grow, everyone wants to do better, everyone wants to get more, you know. But I mean, if you're content, you're content. I can't speak about anyone else's contentment. You have to be content at some point. But if your contentment is at this level, X level, and you just stay there, that's a destination, no?
It is a destination in your process.
What are you like? The process is everything you do to get there.
You have your process is limitless. This is from where you start to where you think where you want to be at, right? But you stop here and you're like, I'm comfortable here. I don't want to move anymore. You still have a whole process to go through. You're just comfortable at this stage of that process. Because every day is a process for us, like growing and making mistakes and figuring out what worked, what doesn't work, what can we tolerate, what don't we want to tolerate.
That's a reflective kind of person then. What if somebody literally woke up today and was like, I want to be married. Married is my goal, right? Marriage, that's what I want. So I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, whatever this process entails in order to get married. Whatever process entails, so that you don't stop before you get to destination. You have to do everything that's involved for destination to occur. So at that point, destination is marriage. So that's their goal. That's their final aspiration. That's all they want. They haven't thought about anything further past that. That all they want is just to be married. So at that point, they're happy to tolerate whatever it is that needs to be done. They will do it just to get to end goal.
Okay, if you call it a goal, if you put the word goal, if you make that's my goal, it's a destination then. Okay. I don't know, if you say goal, of course, goal now makes a destination because it's like, check. I finally hit my goal on where I want to be at.
Okay, but
destination.
Goals change. Is it a journey? Aren't goals journey?
Then no, goals are points goals are points milestones you want to reach. This is the goal I've set for myself, and which usually, even it's funny, I forget how someone said salvation isn't a destination, it's a process.
Okay.
So that's why I can't believe that love or marriage can be a destination. It's a process. That's just a new process that we're going through.
There we go. Hold on. Salvation is not a destination, it's a process, right? That talks about being restored, so you achieve things within it, right? So if it's a process and you achieve things similar to you would achieve goals, does that not make goals a process as well? Because you're going to achieve something, you have to have a process. So to achieve a goal, that's still part of the process.
Goals is the reason why I say goals is the destination is because compared to salvation, right? You can get saved, but you gotta stay saved. That's something you gotta work in every day. That's what? That's
a process.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Okay, that's the goal. I'm bringing this back to your point because you said, like, what if you need to kind of keep building on something, and if you're building on a goal, you've set your goal, but along the way, changes are made. So you're still achieving your goal, and achieving is a process.
Yes.
To a target, right? A target that can move. So
Mm.
things that can be stationary, that's destination is stationary, stagnant. But if a goal changes or expands, then it's more of a process and it's a destination.
My destination changes wherever I go.
So it's changing.
A goal can't be a destination. A goal is fixed. This is where I want. This is my goal for today. Bloop. I hit that goal. Destination is wherever I go. The moment I reach here, and then I choose to move again to somewhere else, my destination has changed.
Isn't that the same as a goal, though?
No.
The goals can change. You hit your destination. I'm
oh, okay. I see what you're arguing. Goals can change, yes, in a sense. The reason why I'm listening, I think because I'm defining the destination as my location.
Okay.
I think that's what's getting me. Destination as my location. That's what's making me see why it's changing. This now I'm gonna stick with the I'm on the process side. I'm team process. I'm sorry. Like everything is this even a goal. The goal was today was to record at 3. Boom, we're done. It's not a destination. We just checked off a goal, like a plan, and we wanted to say this is the plan to come together. Then it equals 3 p.m. recording at 3 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay. Using your analogy right now, right?
Yeah.
So if we say the goal is to record at 3, to what end? To the end of recording this. So was recording this the goal and recording at 3 the process? Or did you see recording at 3 as a goal and that moved, but we still achieved recording? So the goal was still achieved as a destination, or was it a process?
Our destination was to come to a common ground in whatever our topic is. The goal was to record at 3. Getting us to be on the same, getting our schedules to match was the process.
See, I think the goal or the achievement or the destination was to have this recorded. And the process was for it to be at 3 o'clock. Now, if you see the goal as being recorded at 3, that's a process. The end result, which is in quote, X quote, apparently the destination that should be stagnant, is the recording.
You say it's a goal, recording at 3 or getting to record at 3?
Recording this was
recording this is a goal, okay.
The goal was to record at 3.
Okay, so the goal,
but that's a process to the destination.
Okay, the goal was to record at 3.
Yeah.
Destination is
to have this recorded.
Yes. Okay. Wouldn't that be the goal?
This is being recorded. This is what I'm saying. Things can be looked at in different ways. That's why we're having this conversation in the first place. It at the end of the day, it comes down to your perception. What you see as the goal, and do you see the goal as moving or do you see it as fixed? Do you see if it's moving, is that a new goal or is it still the same goal? And then if it's moving, that makes it a process, not a destination. Destination is to land somewhere. So that destination should be stagnant. A goal, if it moves, it's a journey, it's a process. If it's a destination, it should be stagnant. So marriage, coming back to it, is always moving, it's always changing. So it can't be a destination, it's a process. Your destination may change. That means whether you look at it as a location or whether you look at it as a final point, that might change. But the destination as a destination itself defined should be stagnant. It shouldn't move.
No. Nah.
He's not having this.
Let's record at 3 p.m. on Zoom is the goal. Getting our schedules to match was the process we had to go through back and forth communication to get to the goal of recording at 3 p.m. Now, the destination is us being on the same page at the end of the conversation in the recording. That yes, I completely agree on this. Yes, I completely agree. That right there will be a destination because we've come to a point where like, you know what, this makes sense. Now, marriage, in comparison to marriage, the goal is to get married at 32. The process to get married at 32 is I've probably dated, worked on myself financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally to get to marriage at 32. Now, what's the destination? Happiness. I'm married. I'm in love. I mean,
didn't we just say that happiness and love was a process as opposed to destination? Now you're
love is a process. Love is a process.
So is happiness.
Oh, okay.
Because something has to be happening for you to be happy. That's a process.
Did you just try to?
Yeah.
Did you try to use happen?
Yes, I did.
Happening and happiness. You did.
What? Something happening to be happy.
What if I just like to be happy standing?
That's joy. Joy.
What?
Joy. Nobody can take away joy from me. Joy is the overall experience, emotion, experience.
Wouldn't love be an experience then?
No.
How is joy? How is love and happiness process? But
you can't be in joy. In love,
I'm in a joyous state of mind.
Love has
definitely can be enjoyed
and an end, allegedly, which is the process. Joy doesn't.
Well, you just saying because the Bible says joy just only comes in the morning. Like that's what you're getting at, but that's what I'm now. The goal is to be married at 35. Once I'm 35, I should be married. My goal has been hit.
This is the actual difference, right? Yes. To be married is destination. Marriage is a process.
I think we might have found common ground there. So you said to be married is the what? Destination.
Marriage
as the word.
Oh my God, I'm so glad because I was literally gonna end this. We're gonna have to agree to disagree because I don't know, it was like startling.
Now we've come to a conclusion. That makes sense. To be married is the destination.
Yeah.
Then the marriage itself is the process. You're welcome.
You're welcome. I hope you guys learned something because obviously Mr. Charming is an auditor. He is analytical just as much as I am as a profound analyst. That is not my career, but analysis is definitely a massive part of my job as well. So we're both in our element. And I think we came to a conclusion right now.
We did. And we reached our destination.
We reached our destination, 110%. It was a process. I'm definitely going to have Mr. Charming back again for another episode because this was political and interesting nonetheless. I don't know if y'all learned anything, but I hope you did.
To whoever is playing this video, whenever you're going to be playing this video, I just want to say you're welcome.
All right, guys, that's it from us, and that's it from me. Join us in our next episode for our cocktail hour, as we will have ever more guests for you to listen to. Mr. Charming, would you like to play something for us?
Guys, I've been drinking, so I don't even know what I would ever want to play. Let me see. Baby girl, I'm in love with you. Wanna spend my life with you. So no letting go. Baby girl, I'm in love with you. Yeah, I wanna spend my life with you. No. So no letting go. So no letting go. No letting go. No. Hey. So no letting go. So no letting go. No letting go. No. Hey. No letting go. Said it's you and I, side by side. Ride or die like a Bonnie and Clyde. I'ma love you to the end of time. I'll be yours and you be mine. So take my heart, share my world. Baby, come be my love. You're the angel I've been praying for. You're the treasure I've been waiting for. Cause I just wanna let you know that you never be alone. No matter how strong the storm blows, I ain't never letting go. Say I just wanna let you know that you never be alone. No matter how strong the storm blows. Cause baby girl, I'm in love with you, yeah. Wanna spend my life with you. So no letting go. Baby girl, I'm in love with you. Wanna spend my life with you. So no letting go. So no letting go now. No letting go now. No letting go. So no letting
I
go.
can definitely jam to that in the club.
that what? That's a love song. How you gonna? Wow. Yeah, the police are
I
on the way
didn't
to
see my
come get
dance
you.
moves. I don't know about you, but I can definitely dance. I can dance like that. All right, guys, thank you
Y'all
so
can find
much.
that. You guys can find that song.
Yes, please. Follow, like, share, subscribe, do what you guys do. Check out Mr. Charming's socials, which will be at the beginning of this video and right here as well. Thank you guys so much. See you next time. TTYL.